Hey, what's going on, man? This is Jordan Pugh, head coach of PPT Elite football, and we are back with another video. And so, this video, what is the future of high school football, man? Buckle up. Let's get on this ride. Let's break this thing down, and let's tell you how PPT Elite is changing the level of high school football. So, check it out. High school football. Man, look, I know in previous videos you've seen me talk about the 60-20-20 rule. Okay, how it's 60% of college transfers that are now getting these scholarships through the recruiting process, man, in a recruiting class. Okay, a high school recruiting class in a football standpoint is usually 25 guys that receive scholarship offers for that specific set class. So 60% of that is now going to college transfers. Another 20% is going to college graduate transfers to fill out that roster, leaving 20% to high school recruits. Okay, that 20% to high school recruits is now limiting the number of high school athletes that have the ability to receive scholarship offers. All right, that may be anywhere from 5 to 10 players in that class that might fill it up with high school kids. So what does that mean? What is the overall arching aspect? That your athlete must be elite in the eyes of college coaches in order for them to grant them a scholarship. That's what you have to understand. So what does that have to do with the changing landscape of high school football? In a traditional world, in the world that we grew up in, my age grew up in, it was high school football in the fall, track and all that stuff, which is very important. But it was those games that you leaned on in the fall that would hopefully lead to the scholarships in the future. But here's the thing. With the transfer portal opening up, it has sped up the process of the recruiting aspect in college football. And most importantly, it has made development even more important than ever. Okay? So a guy that is in the class of 2025, for example, those classes are already getting filled out because as of now, it is April 16, 2024. By the December of this year, that class has been filled out. That early signing window has been done and been taken care of, meaning the process is sped up. The evaluation process is sped up a few years now in order to be ahead of the curve as a college in order to offer these guys that you truly want. So as a parent, you need to understand that the transfer portal is now taking away opportunities from your child. So the question is how do you solve that problem? The number one way to solve that problem is through development. The way that these guys are getting offered, especially the bigger schools, if you desire to go D1, they're looking for guys who can come in and play in now. Now, they don't want them to play now, but they're looking for guys to come in and play now because you really have a 2 to 3 year window to turn a program around for that college coach to keep his job. Okay, so the development is more important than ever, but also creating opportunity for yourself is way more important than you ever think. And see, in order to be able to get an opportunity, in order to be able to get a scholarship to go to the desired school that you want to, for example, man, you have to be able to create opportunities for yourself or create exposure for yourself. The way that high school football has changed, the games in the fall aren't enough as it is in this world today. Okay, the reason why I say that is because with a 10-game sample size, and let's say you don't go to the playoffs, with the camps that they run in the summer, you see the 7-on-7 portions going on in the spring. People are dying for the exposure because they want to be put in front of the coaches who make the decisions. But the thing is, with the recruiting calendar moved up, with the process of evaluating talent moved up a year, maybe 2 years, guys fall through the cracks that may be late bloomers. Guys fall through the cracks that may not have the development that they need. Guys fall through the cracks when they're at a high school program that is not promoting their players. Guys fall through the cracks when they just aren't seen. There's nothing worse than having a phenomenal product that nobody knows about. And as a parent, it is your job and it is your honor / duty to be able to give your kid the best opportunity to be seen, which means you have to go against conventional wisdom and you have to go against the conventional way of doing things in order to create that opportunity. That's how high school football is changing. So let me tell you how PPT is at the forefront of what the new wave of high school is. PPT is at the forefront of the new wave of high school because we are creating a program, and we have created a program that is bridging the gap between exposure and scholarships. Did you hear what I just said? We're bridging the gap between exposure and scholarships. Everybody wants a scholarship, which nobody can promise. I can't promise a scholarship. Any coach can't promise a scholarship because at the end of the day, that is at the discretion of the college. But the one thing that PPT can do is give you the exposure that you're looking for. At the end of the day, that is the pain point of everybody. The pain point of every single parent, the pain point of every single player, which I understand. I've been in those shoes before as a 5-year NFL veteran, as a 3-year starter at Texas A&M, all Big 12, all decade team, all that good stuff, man, is you just want the opportunity to be seen so you can have the opportunity to play. But at the end of the day, man, I've run into so many players and coaches and parents that are so afraid of doing something new because they're so stuck in the traditional form of whatever that may be. In this world, we're talking football. That means football in the fall, off season in the spring, summer training leading into fall camp. And you have to understand that there has to be more that you have to do in order to be seen. So that includes going to college camps. That includes the training and development. Most importantly, what we've done at PPT Elite is we've created a spring football program where we play games in the spring, a national team, a national schedule with national opponents. Why is that important? The reason why that's important is because it allows more film to be seen. It allows coaches to be on site to be able to evaluate players. That's why it's important. The reason why it's important is because what we do with PPT, a part of our program, part of our national team, or what we like to call Team PPT, we provide games in the spring against national opponents, and we play those games in a specific window of time. What is that window of time, you might ask? That window of time that we play these teams is during the 6-week recruiting window when college coaches are on the road recruiting talent. They have their undivided attention on the next class that they're recruiting, and is a prime opportunity to be seen. It is a prime opportunity to showcase your skill set, and it's a prime opportunity to showcase your skill set against talent in a real football setting. It is creating opportunity, man, and you're generating exposure for yourself, and it might be the key for you in order for somebody to gain interest and hopefully somebody to pull the trigger. We are 2 years in to our national team program, and so far we've had 5 players receive scholarship offers. We've had 10 players be put on recruiting boards. We have put parents and athletes in front of college coaches. We've had college coaches send back evaluations on our players, all because the program that we've created has bridged the gap between exposure and scholarships. You should be searching for a program that always bridges the gap. You should be searching for a program that's always promoting their players. You should be searching for a program that is always putting you in front of the decision makers that will help you solve the pain point that you've been searching for. That will help you solve the pain point instead of moving to a different city, instead of moving to a private school, instead of moving out of state, instead of listening to this, that, and the other. And you're in this constant whirlwind of, man, who do I trust? What do I listen to? PPT solves the problem. So when we talk about the future of high school football, I've laid those things out to you. I've laid how it's changed. I gave you the 60-20-20 rule. I gave you how the recruiting calendar has been sped up by a year, maybe 2 years, depending on the school. But the beautiful thing is, for every problem, there is a solution, and PPT offers that solution. So if you guys are interested to learn more or want to learn more about what we offer at PPT, make sure you guys visit our website at pptelite.com. Make sure you guys fill out a free consultation with us so we can break down and see how we can help you. Follow us on all the social pages at PPT Elite. But most importantly, man, elevate your way of thinking. Create the opportunity for yourself, because nobody's going to give it to you. And take advantage of an opportunity when it's being presented right in front of you. We only do things one way at PPT Elite. That's the Elite way. See y'all next time.